Bruce Lee. Hey, Beatrice, chill. Chill, 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 chill. Like, this is supposed to be a serious live. You talking about some fucking Bruce Lee. You talking about some damn Bruce Lee. Y'all gonna leave my girl. Like, I fuck with Stacy. Y'all not gonna be calling her ass Bruce Lee. Not on my channel. Y'all take that shit somewhere else, all right? Like, seriously. Because if you keep calling her Bruce Lee, then I'm gonna start talking about like some Bruce Lee movies and shit. And that's what I'm talking about. Y'all be distracting me. I'm trying to run the show here, all right? Y'all hit that like button. All right. We got Stacey Marks. I am Stacey Marks, running for mayor of Chicago, Illinois. I, Stacey Marks, vow to take the police force and put the right officers in the right neighborhoods. To the low income people, I will make sure that we have Black people, the people that are used to this area, servicing our communities. As the mayor of Chicago, we will go as far as the community goes. I, Stacey Marks, will do any and everything I can to uphold the community values: love, loyalty, and trust. See, here in Chicago, we're different than your Memphis, Tennessee, than your Mobile, Alabama, than your Little Rock, Arkansas, your Duluth, Minnesota. See, here in Chicago, we are the melting pot of the Midwest. With over a couple million people in the city, I vow to make sure that each and every one of our citizens has not only the best educational system, but the safest streets. Even if that means pulling some of the police force and putting the resources that are needed within the communities. I'm talking after school programs. I'm talking food assistance, food banks that the families that need it can access 24/7. As mayor of Chicago, I will not only make it my number one duty that community colleges accept students from the lower poverty areas, but I will make it a mandatory that they take 25% of the students from local Chicago schools to be enrolled into community colleges here. I, Stacey Marks, stands on business. Coming from being a district attorney, I understand there is a lot of crime in the city. But what I will do is reroute funds to the police precincts throughout all of Chicago, not just the north side, not just the south side, not the east or just the west, but all of Chicago will have the proper funding that you and I can receive the quality and service from those that protect you and I and your loved ones and my loved ones. Chicago, I'm not doing this for me. I am doing this. Take that M on the me upside down for we. Chicago, I want us to have something we never had with Lori Littlefoot, the lady that had the little box cut that we didn't know if she was the mayor or what she was doing. Chicago, I stand hand in hand with the city. Illinois, to the governor, we will make Chicago a thriving city. We will accept people from Flint, Michigan to come here and allow them and embrace them into the community. Because one thing about Chicago, the C in Chicago doesn't stand for Chi-Town, it stands for community. And a community means we raise each other the correct way. So there's 3 C's: Chicago, community, care. That's what we want to focus on here in the greater city of Chicago. Okay, Stacey Marks, what about your divorce with your husband? Wait a minute. You can't ask that question. Everyone's looking around like Stacey Marks is getting a divorce? It's had to be some random Negro. It's always your kind back there. It's always your kind. It's always one of yours. It's always a Negro trying to bring a Negro down. Who is this nigga? Who is this nigga back here? What about your divorce? Nigga, fuck you. Who is this nigga? This nigga talking about, what about your divorce with Bobby DeFranco? But Stacey Marks, she keeps it cool, calm, collective. That turns our 3 C's, the shy, caring, and community, into 6 C's. Cool, calm, collective. She says, you know what? Me and my husband, we care. You remember that initial C? The shy, caring, community? She said, we care about the shy community. We put our all into making sure that the whole city comes together and understands that we are stronger together. United we stand, divided we fall. See, the Chicago Center that they play basketball in is called the United Center. United we stand, divided we fall. Security, get that nigga out of. Who the fuck invited this nigga in here? He talking about something. What about your divorce? Man, go push this nigga's hairline back. Who the fuck is this nigga? Get this nigga up out of here. So now everybody didn't realize that Stacey Marks is getting a divorce. No one knew that Stacey Marks was getting a divorce. Now the DNC said, hey, if there's any scandals, let us know. Let us know. Stacey ain't say nothing. Stacey ain't say nothing. But we got this goofy ass. We don't even know who this guy. Who is this guy? We've never seen this reporter. Who are you with? What news are you with? Oh, I'm with Chicago, Fox 6. Oh, fake news. Fake news. Not Shanti. Stacy should have said fake news. As soon as he said, what about the divorce? Excuse me. What about the divorce? Fake news. Fake news. Fake news. Fake news. Nakima trying to get me to talk about she for 64. No, she's not for 64. She's not for 63rd. She for 63rd. We not for 64. But see, we can't choose streets. This is all of Chicago. We care about the Shy's community, and we stay cool, calm, and collective. Correct. Whoa, shit. Whoa. Y'all gonna get me in trouble. Y'all talking about the Crips gonna love this. Y'all got Stacey Mark yelling "Crip" on stage. That's because of y'all. That's what I'm talking about. Y'all can't be putting silly shit in the comments because you know Mo's gonna read the teleprompter. I'm gonna read the teleprompter exactly how it is. Y'all talking about the Crips gonna love it. I'm out here yelling out "Crip." We running for fucking mayor, and y'all talking about Crips in the chat. Hey, y'all need to get focused. We supposed to be cool, calm, collective, shy, caring community. 3 C's and 3 C's and 6 C's. But y'all ain't over here talking about the Crips. We ain't say nothing about no Crips. Shy, community, care, cool, calm, collective. We don't hear nothing about no Crip. Stacey Marks is just on live TV, national TV, talking about Crip. That's because of y'all. She read that off the teleprompter. This is the same shit I'm talking about. It be your own people. We got this Negro in the back talking about what about the divorce, and y'all talking about some cripping. We talking about running for mayor. We not gonna get anywhere as a community. We not gonna get nowhere. Every time we try to take one step forward, y'all taking us 10 steps back. Y'all talking about Crip. Like, hey, what the fuck y'all got going on? Y'all got to chill. Because you know if I see it in the chat, I'm going to read it. But y'all put that in there because y'all be fucking with me. Y'all want me to fuck up. Y'all want a nigga with 2 strikes to get 3. Y'all can't do that. Stacey Marks is running for mayor. And y'all talking about Crips. It ain't no games. We talking about bringing in the resources, eliminating the police to come to the community. Put a 1 in the chat. Has anybody, we don't like the cross-reference TV shows. Put a 1 in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat. Have you seen The Chi? Put a 1 in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat if you seen the show The Chi. B. Hayes is this the same storyline as The Chi. What did they say in The Chi? We're going to stop sending the police out there and we're going to send like mental health people. We're going to start sending, we're not going to send the police out there. We're going to put the resources. It's the same thing. What was Stacey Marks' name in The Chi? What was Stacey Marks' name in The Chi? She had the dreads in The Chi. What was Stacy? She put the wig on over here. So is she taking the same talking points from The Chi and bringing it over here? Dre. Remember they sent the he nigga out there, the he dude, the dude. Can you stand the rain, nigga? What's the nigga name? I ain't watched The Chi in a minute. That's my shit. Shout out to Lili Way. Those are the first people that ever reached out to. But what was the nigga name? Can you stand the Luther? Not Luther Vandross. Goddamn Johnny Gill nigga. Remember the Johnny Gill nigga was going out to all the houses. Damn, what is his name? Luke. Yeah, Trig, but his name is Luke James. Yeah. Shout out to Luke. Yeah, man, same thing. All right, we all on the same page, man. My bad. That when we were talking about that, I was doing a little the mayor campaign and shit. I was like, damn, that's kind of the same thing that they was doing in The Chi. Okay, Dre, I see what's going on. Chicago really needs some reform, but nonetheless, we here. We got another Truly. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Let's continue on. What up, Ron? Ron 314. Ron, you from St. Louis? I'm 816. You from St. Louis? Shout out to the show me stay. You know what I mean? You show me 7, I show you 8. All right, but anyway, this guy's talking about what about the divorce? Like, man, get your goofy ass out. Who is this nigga? Look at this black guy. Look at Al Sharpton. Al Sharpton looking at him like, hey, bro. Like, come on, man. You really gonna ask that here? You really gonna ask that here? We trying to do some great things for Chicago. Look at this dude. He like, man, you really gonna ask that here? But look at Ray and the DNC. They all looking like, man, what the hell is going on? Shout out to Ron, 314. That's St. Louis. You used to go out there, man, especially for the Gateway Classic, man. The Gateway Classic used to be crazy. You had to be careful, though, out there. You know what I mean? But Stacy handled it, and she says her and her husband, they're going to do their best. They're putting their all into Chicago. But when they take her in the back, they start talking to her. They're like, look, you didn't tell us about this. And Stacy is saying that the divorce isn't final at this point. And, it shouldn't be that big of a deal. I mean, You getting a divorce shouldn't really be that big of a deal. It shouldn't. I never understood that. Like getting a divorce and stuff plays a vital role with your jobs, like all of that shit. It shouldn't. It's just a part of life, man. Like it's common. It's going to happen. But anyway, they basically saying like you didn't get this up on the wraps, and she's saying it's not even divorced yet. I mean, yeah, we're not even finalized yet, and it's just Bobby DeFranco. He'll probably come too. This is just like a threat. I wouldn't even say a threat, but a scare tactic. So she's like, well, if that's the case, you didn't get the Ortega, the Rico going. So she's like, all right, bet. So the next time we see her, she goes back to the office. And when they go in the office, she's talking to the lawyer. Now, this is the assistant DA. And she's like, what's going on with the Ortega thing? He's like, I don't know. To be honest with you, Ortega might be getting free. She's like, what do you mean? He said, man, the address, it was the numbers was wrong. She's like, what do you mean the numbers was wrong? Didn't you review it? He's like, yeah, I did, but you also reviewed it. And you signed off on it. So now Stacey Mark. So when you do these indictments pretty much got to be perfect. Because if you have a great defense lawyer, you're going to be able to get a lot of stuff off. You're going to be able to, get the court to either dismiss it or drop a couple of the charges. Now, just, I'm always going to relate it to like real life if I can. So if you look at the James Comey, who was the former FBI director, right now they're potentially about to drop his case and get the whole thing dismissed because Pam Bondi I forgot what the lady's name, but she came in here and she was lying to the grand jury and didn't show everything. So they're probably going to dismiss this case. And it might do the same with Letitia James because they were illegally assigned to the cases. But Bill messed up the address. So now it's getting dismissed because if you tell me that I live at 112 Elm Street, but my address is actually 113 Elm Street, then you didn't search my house. You searched the house across the street. So you can't pin any of those crimes on me. So that's pretty much what Ortega is getting out on. So Stacey Marks is upset. Now, remember, she used to work with old buddy that got knocked off by Vic. And they're like, well, maybe, we were rushing and stuff. Maybe we need to take a step back and slow it down a little bit. Stacey Marks ain't trying to hear that. So Stacey Marks is like, well, fuck. If we can't get Ortega, then we need to start pursuing Tommy. So now Stacey Marks just jumped back into the Tommy bed. Oh, we got to get Tommy now, which we know Tommy is. They had an opportunity with Tommy last season. Remember, they surrounded Tommy. They actually brought Tommy in and talked to Tommy. But Tommy is out here running the streets. I run the streets all night and day. Yeah, Tommy is out here. Stacey Marks is dropping the ball. And that's one thing that happens. Whenever you look at life, whenever you start rushing things, you start missing out. You start paying less attention to detail. And that's what's going on with Stacey Marks. So since the Ortega thing is pretty much about to be dismissed, it's like, all right, fuck it, let's go after Tommy. But you had an opportunity to get Tommy last season. You had an opportunity to call New York and have New York send actual agents out here to come and help out. But remember, in New York, we know that Blanca was told to leave the whole Tommy situation alone. Now, yeah, I'm crossing series, but they told Blanca to leave the Tommy situation alone, let Chicago deal with that. But Stacey Marks is in over her head, and the DNC doesn't want Tommy Egan. They want the Ricos on, well, Mirkovich is gone, but on Claudia and Ortega. And she's just losing out because what did Claudia say? Claudia said she was going to snitch and tell on Tommy, but Stacey Marks is like, I need that actual information. And as long as Claudia doesn't have any information, this Rico was falling apart because she was going to try to link all the gangs together, indict all of them. Mirkovich is gone. Ortega's about to get gone off of a damn mishap that happened within the district attorney's office. So it's like, all right, well, fuck it. We need to go after Tommy. And we know Tommy is untouchable. So Stacey Marks, she's going to have to put her mark on the game. But right now, there ain't nothing you can really do, baby girl. This is it. This is it. And that's Stacey Marks' story. Let me see. That was it. That was the only time we seen Stacey, ain't it? That's it. That's Stacey Marks' story right there. So what are we thinking? Does Stacey Marks have an alternative route to maybe lock Claudia up, or Since Ortega is going to get dismissed, what is it? Can we shift primarily to Claudia, or do we have to just go after Tommy? Like, what are we gonna have to do? What do we got? I mean, we got Vic, but Vic ain't giving up no information. Vic is leading her. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's her story, but let's be real. Vic is leading her down a path less traveled.